We're going to get going here. All right. Good evening. Happy Monday. It is April 24th, and I'm so excited all of you have decided to join us here tonight. If this is your first time joining us, let me introduce myself. My name is Stacy Southward, and I've been in DTCA since 2019 when we started it. And it's been an incredible ride, you guys. Let me just tell you that this has been one of the best decisions of my life to get involved with DTCA. The wines are the main reason. I'm just going to say the quality of the wines. I'm not a wine connoisseur, but hey, having those wines shipped to my door every single month, and I don't have to worry about if I'm going to like it or not, because I just have to figure out what will work best for the food, and the wine's going to be freaking amazing. So you all are here to learn more about Direct to Consumer Ambassador, what we're about, and all that it is that you can do here. And to bring us in on that is our very own Rory Rickard. Rory, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Stacy, and hello, everyone. Greetings from awesome Orlando, Florida. We've been having a blast out here. There's for those that are aware, our very own Niall Eddy and Dina is now Dina Eddy. We had their wedding yesterday. It was freaking phenomenal. But I wanted to just put that out there, and I want to just let everybody know what we're doing here is truly remarkable. I'm going to explain what direct to consumer truly means and where we're going with it. It is the way of all future commerce. I'm going to start out by, I wish we had someone to do a 3-gun salute to Bed Bath & Beyond. They are one of the latest retailers that have been so eaten up by e-commerce. They're bankrupting across everywhere. They're closing all their stores. And we cover things in how we do commerce, but the direct to consumer has changed the way that people buy and shop and receive things. It's not a trend. It's not a trend. It is the future. It's not a trend that's showing. We're already here. Okay, it's bigger than a trend. The other thing is it's not going to change, and it's not going to become easier. So we've seen things modify and do the results of creating a situation where once retail giants are now literally they can't operate. And it has to do with the fact of direct to consumer when done the proper way, even with inflation, even with costs technically going up for consumers, it allows things to be done in a better way, right? Adversity is always the test for progress, and when you overcome something and you make it better, you usually have a really great success out of that. Direct to consumer is exactly that over and over again. So with wine, that's where we started here, Direct to Consumer Ambassador. We have a Wine of the Month club, and that is one big part of our operation. But under the Direct to Consumer Ambassador brand, we have other projects and programs that are also direct to consumer. And we have what we call our kiosk offers or programs we sell where we get a direct commission, and it also feeds the compensation structure. And we're rolling out Brain Food Ambassador program, which is private school that's going to the home with teachers that are supporting the training and rolling out our curriculum, and us taking education direct to the consumer and in a privatized way where we can hold we eliminate the institutionalization of the states, and we get to make it better. All right. And what I mean by better is we make it a better product, service for the consumer. So I'm going to go over this as far as wine. Wine is something we've been doing this with, proving the model out. Wine is a very amazing product by itself. It is a food beverage. It is, when made right, is a very healthy thing for us, right? And it also has amazing benefits to reduce stress, lengthen your quality of life, increase your quality of life when done properly. And what the competition has done as far as wine in the grocery stores is they have all been consumed by conglomerates. 85% of all the wine available in the US, it's pretty much the same around the world, is owned and distributed through conglomerate process. So the conglomerates own it. And instead of making wine the proper way, letting the sulfites naturally occur because they make wine in the right fermentation process, where it might take a year, 2 years, 3 years to really develop that body and the tannins and the properties of wine, they speed it up. And they basically make a wine-like beverage. It's going to taste the same every time as like a recipe, but they add things to them that are artificial additives to make the wine taste and feel as if it was made the right way. And these additives, if you knew what they were, you would probably not willingly consume them. I always tell everybody, if you wanted to see if any of the stuff that I'm saying is true, just go Google arsenic and wine. You'll see all the labels that come up, and then go look at your grocery store, and that's what they got caught with. And all these other additives, there's several that are approved by the FDA, but if you saw what they were, you would not want them. And they take away the qualities of the wine. So our whole thing here is to educate the masses on what real wine should be and let them try our incredible wines that are made the right way without these additives. They are made true to form, true fine wines. And the direct-to-consumer path means we have them made in a very, in a clean, appropriate warehouse. They're loved on by the winemakers. Our winemakers are commissioned, hired by us to do what they do best as liquid artists. And they babysit these wines for 18 months, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, based on the varietal and the wine. And when it's ready to bottle, it's bottled at the facility. And then it goes from that warehouse to our shipping warehouse, which isn't as clean, right? It doesn't have to be there in bottles. And that's where it's picked and packed and shipped right to your door. And because we do all that, our wines that would normally retail in the normal, I guess, before direct-to-consumer market, they would retail for $100, $120 a bottle in the store with all the distribution points. We are able to eliminate the cost to the consumer and deliver a better quality wine at an amazingly low price compared to retail if they were to go buy these in the store. The savings is dramatic. We're delivering 4 incredible bottles for our customers for $100. So basically $25 a bottle, call it 30 with shipping. And people look at the shipping cost of wine. Actually, very few people complain about the shipping cost because we understand it's got to be insured. It's a heavy bottle. But whether you pay direct to consumer to ship the bottle to you or you buy it retail, we're always paying shipping. Someone pays it and the end user is always paying it. And this way, with logistics that have been creating the direct to consumer process to happen, you look at the Amazons that are out there. Amazon's part of direct to consumer, right? Because of the way things are set up, we have relationships with UPS and FedEx to deliver the wine, bonded, shipped, insured. It is a controlled substance, right? And we do temperature control. And our biggest problem we have with on the customer service side is people wondering where their wine is, forgetting that in the high climates, high or low, whether it's freezing cold or too hot, we have to ship it through a regulated, temperature controlled delivery, there's only specific ones we can use in the US, and they do delay the shipping time. The wines might have to ship in a refrigerated location as the trucking stuff gets antiquated because it's just for our wines. Other than that, we're shipping. And then those times of the year where the temperature is, above 60 degrees and below 90 degrees, we're shipping out pretty dang quick and efficiently. And, the insurance, we've had very few breakage issues. We've had more this last month, oddly enough, than we've had the previous year. And it's all UPS issues. I don't know what they're doing on their side, but, they're covering it. We're getting stuff out there. And, if you get a bottle damage and they deliver 11 great bottles and 1 damaged bottle, we do the insurance claim and we ship it out to you. We figure it all out, right? That's our highest issue we ever have. We've had less than 10 of those in the past 2 years. But I'm just walking over this. It's an amazing watching how many orders go out, the successful delivery rate, and we're talking, glass, heavy shipment of, this incredible elixir. I call it, the magic food of wine. And our direct-to-consumer path is freaking phenomenal. Now, we're also taking other products there. It's all in the compensation structure. And I'm going to pull up our current comp plan that we have released. Just know that there's modifications coming because Brain Food Ambassador, which is our our private schooling program, which is direct-to-consumer education. We're taking it direct to the consumer, to their homes, in a very safe, secure environment where the parents can be more involved in their kids, training and education, but also it's way more efficient than any education program you're going to see in public schooling. We've had years to perfect this. We've had years to create what it is. The storyline and all the marketing notes are coming out here really soon. We are literally just a couple weeks away from opening this up to start taking pre-enrollments for families and students. We're getting really close. And so that being said, we do a rollout call or an opportunity call on that specifically on Wednesdays, the same location, a half hour earlier. So 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. And you're going to be able to hear from Sheila Matchett, our MSI that's in charge of this, myself on occasion, and the people behind this as we're rolling things out there. And you guys, we have had a huge uptake of teachers interested. We are getting some amazing resumes in, and we are really loving the direction this is going. And everybody that I talked to about this, they're just amazed that this is coming, and it's time. The timing is right. We still have a lot of marketing to do. We have a lot of progress to kick out there, but we're literally under 4 months away from opening up the education process and taking students and opening the classrooms up, and then we're going to start building this curriculum and build to the future. And it's all tied to this comp plan and the structure. So if you're in direct-to-consumer ambassador, anything under direct-to-consumer ambassador is tied to the lineage, tied to the positions from that point out there. And what we created is an amazing way to launch programs, services, products, all under the umbrella of direct-to-consumer ambassador. So we're going to show you the compensation on the wine. We will always be marketing wine. Wine literally changed everything for us in the way we market. I'm going to bring this up there before this comes up, is Tanya and I, my wife and I, who are the main owners of DTCA, we've had an amazing, blessed life, and we are also major lead generators. And we have partnered with everybody that comes in here. So once you become an ambassador here, get with the person that brought you here, give them massive, great gratitude, give them a hug through the phone till you can reach them, tell them thank you because you're now connected with us. And from our family to your family, we're going to fund your marketing. And we have incredible trainers to teach you how to utilize all that so that we can help partner with you in the business. That means as long as you're willing to learn the skill sets in order to utilize the paid marketing, we are your partner in success. And we fund the number one reason people fail in any type of business is marketing, access to it, understanding of it, and the resources to make it happen. And we fund it for everybody here. We know where we're going, and it's an amazing thing. So thank the person that got you here and get going with that. Now we have, if you can pull that up for me, Stacy, I'm gonna have Stacy pull this up. This is our current compensation plan that you can look at. All the other stuff is being programmed and added in there. We're gonna be sharing that with everybody. And if you could blow that up to like 100 and like, maybe, there we go, perfect. All right, and scroll down for me. We have 3 ways to get started. Yeah, you can show that first in the bottom. Okay, there we go. We got 3 ways to get started. You can become a wine customer. You can join one of our ambassador programs. And we have a non-product marketing package that's on there. I'm gonna talk about it right now. That is available as soon as we start launching the education program. As soon as we start launching the education program and take pre-enrollments in, the non-product marketing package turns into our brain food ambassador program, and it'll go to $200. So it'll be $200 plus the $50 annual fee and the $59.95 a month. So everybody right now is saving $200 by getting set up as a non-product, and that's for those that just want to be brain food. But our wine memberships is our estate, reserve, grand cru. And what I just talked about on that non-product thing, Wednesday, Sheila covers it really well. She'll be doing it again. But, I tell everybody, if you're not totally sure about this, you're thinking, hey, are these wines really that much better than the stuff I get in the store? Just try them. You don't have to join up as an ambassador yet. You can just become a wine customer. $100, you're going to get 4 incredible bottles. That's 4 different ways to taste the way that our wine is and to see it for yourself. Now, I'm going to go into this a little bit. Our process is basically a growth structure. See, wine is an amazing product. Most people don't really understand wine. And then you have your wine connoisseur. So we have some that they know what wine is and maybe they've tried it, but they don't really know all the ins and outs about it. This is the perfect place to be because they're going to learn. And for them, it's a pretty easy process. They can be a customer, or they come in and for the business aspect, they become an estate member for $300 and they get a case of our incredible wine. They're in the full comp plan. They're qualified for everything as long as they maintain their monthly order. And they can always upgrade and get more. And what happens is after they try an amazing, case of our wine, they're going to want another case. And it's actually less expensive to just upgrade to reserve. Then they'll get 2 cases. And after anybody that's had 2 of our cases, they've tried 2 of our cases of wine, it's pretty easy to say, I wonder how great those Grand Crus are. Our Grand Crus are that next level wine. These are wines that would retail for $350 to $750 a bottle. Our current Grand Cru is worth $2,800 in the retail place, and you get it for $600 with us, basically $100 a bottle when you buy 6 at a time. And they're amazing wines, and those are the wines that you definitely want to have on an anniversary, a wedding celebration, for instance. When you've got a great birthday, or just to celebrate an incredible tomahawk steak. There's some amazing things with our Grand Cru Merlot, for instance, and I can. We talk about these things all the time, but there's a graduation to it. People are learning what these tastes are and how to, detect and have a relationship with the flavonoids and taste the earthiness and the leather and the fruits and the florals and everything that wine can carry in the flavonoids in its proper creation. And how it affects your foods you pair them with. And it's an amazing event. And it's an amazing way to learn and enjoy food. It just is. And, we have a training on Saturdays. And the person brought you here in touch with all our trainings and everything else. But I'm going to just go over this on the structure. Most people come in as an estate, upgraded reserve, upgraded Grand Cru. Grand Crus get a lot of benefits with us. And they are the ones that participate in our, global marketing. When we do marketing as a company and we have an amazing SEO team, that marketing feeds our Grand Cru members. So if you're an active Grand Cru member, you're being fed on new enrollments from around the world. And we do that to help support the team, but it's also how we grow. And a big key thing for you to know is, as owners even, we get paid the same way you get paid. We build with our ambassadors. We're actively building this every day and thriving with you. We know the marketplace we're in. We know we just got to get the word out there and we got to market it. Not everybody understands, the how bad these other wines are and why they're not good for you. And we get to educate the world on that. Now, on that note, I'm going to just pull out there. We do have connoisseurs that come in all the time, and they usually see the value. And those are the ones that decided to be a Grand Cru right out the gate. They see the value, they get into it, and we have people that order a Grand Cru shipment every month. There are people that really appreciate, true fine wines, and you can't beat the value we're taking to the marketplace. And that was by design. There are 3 types of wine of the month clubs. There are the wine of the month clubs, or, the direct to a winery club where they have maybe they're really good at Zins and they might do like a Pinot Noir, and they're going to send out their releases to their, customer base. And that's at a full retail usually. And that's how this kind of started years and years ago. Then we have the wine of the month clubs that are basically your discount wines, your flush out the wines that don't sell, your overruns. And they white label them as like Wall Street Journal, Better Homes and Garden. Those are the wine of the month clubs you'll see advertised, and they basically make it sound so inexpensive. Just pay for shipping and get on the wines, and then you get a monthly things. These are wines that you shouldn't even pay for. They're not good wines. And that's why they sign up a lot of people and no one stays. And then you have what we do. We actually commission proper winemakers to make our wines. They're our label. We do all the marketing. We push it all out there. We protect it, that it's proper, true wines. And we get paid very well for doing so on the structure. And that's where this comes in here. We got 5 ways to get paid. The first way, we get free wine. And that's just for getting 3 customers. If you have 1 customer, You're going to get free wine every 3 months. It's based on accumulated orders. You don't need to have 3 customers to get free wine. You just have to have, 3 customer orders. But if you have 3 in a single month, you get free wine that next month. So if you have one person ordering wine every month, you're going to get credit for free wine every 3 months. If you have 2 out of 3 months, you're going to get credit for free wine. And if you have 3 people ordering wine every month or more, you're getting credit for free wine every month. And that's because we want you to get your wine for free as an ambassador. Your first 3 customers are worth $1,200 a year to you. It's an incredible incentive. And we've done this in an amazing way, and we understand acquisition. We also understand to make it very valuable for everybody. Our wine starter kits, which are paid, everything's paid weekly. It's paid the following Friday. We close out Wednesday night at midnight on Wine Wednesday, midnight Eastern. The computer takes a snapshot of all your commissions, and it pays it the following Friday, not the next Friday, but the following Friday. Wine starter kits, that's our estate members. If somebody comes in under you as an ambassador and they sign up as an estate for $300, you're going to get $150. If they come in as a reserve member for $600, you're going to get $300. If they come in as a grand cru for $1,200, you're going to get $600. But you also get, anytime they upgrade, you get paid. When you can upgrade anytime, pay the difference, get the difference. And every time they upgrade, whatever they pay, you get 50% of it. So every new ambassador that you bring in is worth upwards of $600 to you. And we see people upgrade throughout the year. They come as an estate, they bump up to reserve, some bump right from estate to grand cru. It happens all the time. It is the most amazing upgrade process we've ever seen, but it's because it's wine. Wine is wine. True wine is wine. We don't increase our cost of our membership kits like a lot of programs do. We literally give you grand cru pricing on your monthly, we call it Smart Ship for a customer. That's our lowest price that we have is our grand cru pricing. To become an estate member, reserve member, grand cru, and all the upgrades, those are all at grand cru pricing. And in addition, only to give you the best price, we also pay off 50% to the ambassador brought you in. I'll do the math really quick for you. We lose money, it's called acquisition costs, to bring on a new ambassador. We do that because it's worth your time to bring him in right, bring him to our calls, do the time to understand and train and work with them. And it doesn't happen instantly, right? You got to, sometimes you got to share wine, you got to do things to grow it. And your time is valuable, and we reward you for that the same way we want to be rewarded, the same way we are rewarded by paying you 50% of it. So if you add up a case of wine, an estate member gets a case of wine, and we pay out $150. That case of wine costs us far more than $150. And so you understand, we are losing money to bring people in because we know once they try the wine, they're going to be part of it, and they stick on it month after month after month. And so we can leverage that to make it a worthwhile thing for everybody. And after the acquisition bonus, that's the one-time bonuses as they upgrade. We get paid on the monthly orders through the binary program and the binary check match. And binary basically means 2 teams. You have a left team, you have a right team. And the person that's bringing you in today is building one of those teams with you. They're going to sign you up and enroll you under the team leg. And as you learn how to build that team leg, you start building the other leg. And remember, you have access to marketing that Tanya and I fund for you to build this. In addition to everything else we teach you how to market. But as you're building out both those teams, that builds volume. The computer takes a snapshot every Wednesday, and whatever side, left side or right side, has the lesser volume, you get paid upwards of 22% based on your rank in the company the following Friday. And then the check match is for your personal ambassadors. As you help them build their left and their right, and they start getting binary pay, you get upwards of 50% of that based on your rank in the company as a check match. And that check match, we have some of our leaders making more money on check match than their binary pay because they're building out the teams right. It's pretty attractive. Basically, get as many customers as you can, get as many ambassadors as you can, teach them to do the same. The more you do, the more you're going to make. If you can scroll down for me, Stacy, I'm going to show you guys just the requirements on the rank. You need to have 50 BB or greater. So if you're in the brain food, ambassador program, that's $59.95. That's our Vortex system. That's 50 BB, the big system. And if you're getting 4 bottles of wine in our Smart Ship, that's 50 BB. That's the minimum. And then from that, you got your rank achievement. So we got the 1-star ambassador down to executive ambassador, and it's based on the minimum requirements. So your personal ambassadors 1 to 10. Obviously, I'll tell you, you're going to want to put as many as you can to grow, but that's what it is. Your personal customers 3. We want you to get your wine for free. That's the minimum personal customer required. Now, volume required, this is, there's an asterisk on it because it's a 2-team process, a left team and a right team, and your volume required can't all come from one leg. Upwards of 70% from one leg and a minimum of 30% from the other leg. You get credit for all the volume, you get paid for all the volume, but for your rank, only up to 70% of that needed requirement can come from one side. The rest has to come from the other side. And it's not a 50-50 split or a 60-40, it's a 70-30. And then the binary percentage is based on your rank. You can see it go from, the 6 to 22. And then the check match starts out at 30% on a 3-star ambassador and goes to 50% on a 6-star ambassador. That's it. All right, get the person that brought you in. See you guys on the training on Wednesday. We do trainings on Tuesday on how to build stuff. Guys, this is an amazing opportunity. Wine's not going anywhere. It's been here for 7,000 years. The direct-to-consumer path, you guys, you got to realize this. Costs are going up everywhere. It costs more to make wine, too. And as those costs go up, the direct-to-consumer solution is going to solve it in a lot of areas. And we're leading it. That, yes, we start with Wine of the Month. Wine is not going anywhere. It's foundational. And it's allowed us to add other things that go into it. So if you're in direct-to-consumer as an ambassador, you have access to all the compensation from all the products that we have to offer. More training on that is given to you as you go along. Welcome to the family. See you guys in the training.